The first time Lara heard the warning, she didn't think much of it. Different neighborhood, different client, same routine, same plain door at the end of a hall. "Never open it," the woman said. This one lowered her voice. "Even if you hear something." The voice was small, thin, a child's voice. And at the end of the hallway, a plain white door waited. The first time Lara heard the warning, she didn't think much of it. The door itself was plain. White paint, silver handle, no lock visible from the outside. "It stays closed," the homeowner added, almost as an afterthought. Lara nodded and moved on. It wasn't until the second house that the warning started to feel strange. "That one's off limits," he said. "Don't open it. Don't go near it." Lara laughed softly, assuming he was joking. "I won't," she said. "No problem." By the third house, it stopped feeling like a coincidence. Different neighborhood, different client, same routine, same plain door at the end of a hall. "Never open it," the woman said. This one lowered her voice. "Even if you hear something." Lara didn't laugh that time. She started paying attention after that. Every house had one of those doors, always at the farthest end of the hallway. Always clean on the outside, like it had been wiped down recently, like air that hadn't been disturbed in a long time. Lara considered asking the cleaning agency about it, but she didn't. In her experience, clients paid better when you didn't ask questions. Things stayed uneventful for a while. She learned to move quickly through the hallways. Then she was assigned to the house on Thornhill Lane. The family there seemed normal enough. A young couple with 2 kids, both under 10. The mother looked exhausted, the kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. When she showed Lara around, she hesitated in the hallway. "And this door," she said, pressing her palm flat against it. "You don't open it, ever. If you hear anything," the woman continued, "don't respond. Just leave and call me." Her voice broke slightly on the last word. She cleared her throat and forced a smile. Lara wanted to reassure her, but the words caught in her throat. She had heard this warning too many times now. The house was quiet during the day, almost unnaturally so. No creaking floors, no distant noises. Lara cleaned in silence, her ears straining despite herself. On the 8th day, she was vacuuming the hallway when she heard a soft knocking. 3 gentle taps. She stopped, standing perfectly still, vacuum still humming in her hands. She waited, expecting a kid to call out or start laughing. She shut the vacuum off. "Hello?" she called, more out of reflex than intention. The voice was small, thin, a child's voice. "Is someone in there?" she asked, taking an involuntary step closer to the door. Her hand reached for the handle before her mind caught up. She stepped back instead. "I'm calling your parents," she said, her voice shaking. Lara grabbed her bag and left early, telling herself she'd imagined it. A trick of the house. Stress. Anything but the alternative. That night, she received a text from the homeowner. "Did you hear anything today?" Lara stared at the message for a long time before turning her phone face down. When she returned 2 days later, the door looked different. There were deep scratches near the handle, uneven and frantic, like someone had clawed at it from the inside. She tried to focus on cleaning, but the air felt heavy, pressing in on her chest. Halfway through the job, the knocking came back, harder this time. "Please," the voice said. "She won't let me out." Lara backed into the wall, heart pounding. Then the voice spoke again, lower now. Calm, almost patient. "She told you not to open the door." Lara didn't finish the job. She didn't answer the homeowner's calls. Over the next few days, Lara did some quiet digging. A pattern emerged. Every house had been involved in something, never enough to make headlines for long. A missing foster child. A relative who moved away and was never heard from again. Long-term guests with no paper trail. The house wasn't owned by the family. Not really. It belonged to a trust. The same trust that appeared on the deeds of several other houses she'd cleaned. They weren't separate homes. Lara didn't know why, but she went back. The front door was unlocked. She stepped inside, her footsteps echoing in the empty space. Beyond it wasn't a room. It was a narrow corridor lined with doors, dozens of them, some old and warped, some new, some with names scratched into the wood. Behind them all, something knocked, softly, constantly. She turned to see the homeowner standing in the doorway, her expression calm. The knocking grew louder. "You opened it," the woman said softly. "Now it knows you." Lara ran. The next morning, the house on Thornhill Lane was empty again. Listed for sale, fresh paint, new locks. And at the end of the hallway, a plain white door waited, closed and recently cleaned.